He was the face of strength, the voice of loyalty, and the body that changed entertainment forever. But on July 24th, 2025, the man in red and yellow fell. Not in the ring, but in silence. No final match. No farewell. Just stillness. What really happened in Hulk Hogan's final days? And what do we all miss? This isn't just the story of a wrestler. It's the rise, ruin, and echo of an empire built on muscle and myth. Hulk Hogan is gone. On July 24th, 2025, the world of professional wrestling froze. Hogan, the titan who reshaped sports entertainment, died suddenly at 71 from cardiac arrest at his Clearwater, Florida home. A man whose body endured decades of war in the ring was silenced not in battle, but in peace. What stuns the world more than his death is how unexpected it was. Just 5 days earlier, Linda Hogan, his ex-wife of 26 years, posted a nostalgic photo on Instagram. The caption? The good old days. At the time, it felt warm. Now, almost prophetic. Why then? After lawsuits, scandals, and decades of distance, what prompted that memory to surface? Even stranger, just 2 days before his death, longtime friend and manager Jimmy Hart told reporters Hogan was in great spirits, recovering from complex neck surgery. Hart was certain Hulk was coming back, but that comeback never came. When paramedics reached Hogan's home, he was unresponsive. He was rushed to Morton Plant Hospital, but it was too late. Clearwater police reported no foul play. Official cause, natural death. Still, the silence that followed felt unnatural. How could a man who survived over 10 surgeries, from spinal fusions to knee replacements, go so suddenly? From muscle to myth, Hulk Hogan didn't just wrestle. He revolutionized an industry. He filled arenas with charisma, inspired generations with catchphrases, and launched Hulkamania into the global spotlight. He wasn't just a star, he was the blueprint. From body-slamming Andre the Giant in front of 93,000 fans at WrestleMania 3 to carrying the WWF on his back for nearly a decade, Hogan defined an era. His fame led to over $10 million annually from matches, merch, licensing, and appearances. Even beyond the ring, Hogan was a brand. Thunderlips in Rocky III. Reality star of Hogan Knows Best. Pitchman for everything from blenders to beer. At his financial peak, Hogan was worth nearly $30 million. Yet that fortune, much like the myth, began to crack. The reality show that undid the myth. In 2005, Hogan opened the doors to his private life with Hogan Knows Best on VH1. At first, it seemed harmless. Family dinners, teen drama, and soft-spoken advice. But behind the smiles were cracks, marital strain, financial pressure, and media scrutiny. Then came tragedy. In 2007, son Nick Hogan crashed his car while drag racing, leaving friend and Iraq War vet John Graziano with lifelong injuries. The fallout was brutal. Nick jailed, family sued, Hogan's image torn apart. Linda filed for divorce. Hogan lost 70% of his liquid assets in the settlement. The once invincible Titan had become a public cautionary tale. Inside the fortress, Hogan's final empire. Even as his reputation faltered, Hogan's world remained lavish. His $11.5 million Clearwater estate spanned over 5,000 square feet with hurricane-proof windows, wine cellars, and ocean views. More than bricks and glass, Hogan's legacy lived in steel. A 1968 Dodge Charger, 1971 Barracuda, 2021 Hellcat, each car a roar of American excess. But perhaps his most powerful legacy was forged not in celebration, but in betrayal. The heel turn that shook wrestling. July 7th, 1996, Bash at the Beach. Hogan shocked the world, turning his back on his fans and forming the New World Order with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Wrestling's ultimate hero became its darkest villain. The result? WCW's Monday Nitro beat WWF Raw for 83 straight weeks. Revenue soared. A new, edgy wrestling era was born. But then came the finger poke of doom in 1999, a stage flop, a match that broke the illusion for good. Fans revolted. WCW's empire crumbled. Vince McMahon later bought it for pennies. Hogan's heel turn built wrestling's peak and accelerated its fall. The rise of others. Why Hogan faded while The Rock rose. By 2025, Hogan's net worth sat at $25 million. Decent, but a shadow of his past. The Rock? Worth $800 million, thanks to Hollywood, Terramana Tequila, Under Armour, and strategic boardroom plays. John Cena, smart, silent, and diversified, now worth around $80 million. The difference? Hogan spent emotionally. Rock and Cena invested strategically. Hogan chased flash. Rock built ecosystems. Hogan's scandals unraveled him. Rock and Cena guarded their private lives fiercely. Brand graveyard. Hogan's failed empires. Pastamania, a pasta-themed restaurant that tanked. Hogan energy drink, fizzled on shelves. Hulkster Burgers, sold at Walmart, quickly pulled. Thunder Mixer and Ultimate Grill, recalled due to safety concerns. Pastamania, web hosting turned irrelevant. Real American, beer limited, short-lived. Each one launched in a blaze of celebrity hype, and each one vanished quietly. Final reflection, Hulk Hogan built an empire, not just for himself, but for an entire industry. He made billions flow through wrestling. But in the end, his own ventures couldn't hold up. He was the first, the biggest, the loudest. But maybe that volume came with a cost. If Hulk Hogan ever made you believe in strength, in loyalty, in larger-than-life heroes, drop a flex biceps in the comments. Like this video. Subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of legends and the stories behind the spotlight. Thanks for watching.